Good day, one and all. My name is Kathy, and welcome to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener. Today, I am making a card based on this past Friday's Craft Roulette Challenge number 251. If you are not familiar with Craft Roulette, I'll have a link in the description box below. Just click on the More button, and that'll take you to the YouTube channel for Craft Roulette and the episode that this card will be based on. They spin a wheel every Friday and tell you kind of what project you need to make, what colors you need to use, and some elements and some random things you need to throw on your project. And this past Friday, I need to make a Slimline card, which is a challenge for me because I make 5x7s. And you have to use the colors of a lumberjack. An element has to have a hat or a cap on it somewhere, and random lace or doily. Okay, so all of those are a challenge for me. So for a Slimline card, I chose, I think it's called a mini Slimline. And this is really going to stretch you because it doesn't give you a whole lot of room to make a project on, at least for me. So for this, I made, this is 7 inches by 6 inches, and I scored it in half at the 3.5 inch mark and folded it. And I'm going to make a horizontal card. And I chose black because I'm going with, when I think of a lumberjack, I think of flannel shirts. So I'm going with reds, blacks, blues, and grays that I typically see in a flannel shirt. So I have, for the outside, I have a piece of white that is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. Oh, that's the wrong one. 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. And then I used Waffle Flowers 5x7 lacy layers, which gives me a lacy scalloped border. If you don't have this die set, you don't need it. You could use decorative scissors or something. This red measures 3 inches by 5 inches. And then I have a piece of white going on top of that. And this is where my design is going to go in. So this is going to be a challenge for me. This measures 2.5 by 4.5. And since this is a black card, I cut a piece of white for on the inside. And this measures 3 1/4 by 5 3/4, which you could do for the outside, but it would have left quite a big gap around the red that wasn't quite even. So that would look all right. And this looks bright red on the camera, but this is actually like a dark, really dark Valentine red. Pardon me. All right. So I'm also using the stamp set I got from GinaK, and I, for the life of me, cannot pronounce this word. It's Hygge or Hygge, Hygge. It's that name. Time is the name of the stamp set, and I'm going to use these teacups with the hearts and these 2 snowmen because they have hats and caps on them. And on the inside, I'm going to do some stamping. So I'm going to start with the inside of my card. Make sure I have the right piece of paper in there first. Yes. Okay. I'm going to stamp. I think I'm going to put the teapot on the inside because I'm not going to put the teapot on the outside. There really isn't a lot of real estate out there. And I have not used these stamps yet, so they're all going to need to be conditioned. I'm not going to color the one on the inside. I'm just going to leave that black, which is my usual. Now, to condition it, you just rub your finger across it to get off the coating that comes from the factory. And I'm using VersaFine Clair in the color Nocturne. And I'll do one more. That looks good. Okay. Now, let me put this aside for just a minute because I want to put some of this card together. And I'm going to start with the inside. And I'm just going to glue it down flat. And now I'm going to put the big white on the outside and get that as centered as I can. Now I'll put the red on. And this gives it just a very narrow border of the white, which just adds a little contrast. When I was planning the card in my head, I didn't have the white behind this, and it just didn't look right. It looked more like a funeral card or a sympathy card, and that's not the look I was going for today. There's a little smudge on here. That's not to worry because, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little spot on the card there. That's going to be covered up. Okay, now I'm going to stamp the inside of my card. And I have already stamped and cut out this sentiment from GinaK's Friendly Wishes. It's a stamp and die bundle that I just got. I cut it out, and then I cut out 2 additional layers of the die cut to make that thicker. But I want to put this Hello Friend right in the middle. Because I want to have Hello Friend, and then this is going to be popped up over top of it. But I also need to see how my snowmen are going to fit on there. As I said, there's not a lot of real estate on this card. So I don't know if the Hello Friend is going to work or if I need to put it up at the top. Looks like I'm going to have to put it at the top, because if I put these little cups in there, which is what I want to do, I want to put it over his hand. And I said, there's not a lot of real estate here. So this is, as I said, this craft roulette really challenges you to get outside your comfort zone. And boy, this is really doing it. So I think I'll have to put Hello Friend up at the top there, right in the middle. All right. And I'll need to condition that. I'm just going to rub my finger across it, kind of off camera here. You know what I'm doing. Better put the glue bottle back together. Set those over there. Whoops. Okay, now I'm going to stamp that. I wanted that in the middle, but as you can see, there wasn't a lot of room to do that in the middle. I keep getting snowmen and stamps everywhere. All right, that's good. I'll just clean that off with my tidy towel. I could have put Love You, which was a smaller sentiment. All right, now I'm going to put this snowman down first. And then this snowman. I'll add the cups on in just a little bit. Now this stamp set I did not get with a die cut, so I don't know if there are die cuts available for this. I will have to look into that. That would be kind of cute to pop these up. Not all stamps come with dies. You could fussy cut. That's actually good on the first stamp. All right. That is amazing. I'll just set these over here. And now for the mugs. I'm going to put it a little bit over their stick hand. Condition them. Now let's see how this looks. If I really had thought about it, I could have stamped these and did a mask layer and masked off their hands, but that's okay. Oh, those look cute. I'm going to do one more stamping on that. That's perfect. All right. Got a little smudge. I don't know if it's ink or wetness from the tidy towel. Might even be a little smudgy glue. I'm going to see if I can get that off. I have an adhesive eraser here. Yep, it was adhesive. Okay. All right, now to color. Just going to get a piece of scrap paper here. And as I said, I've chosen some lumberjack colors. I'm just going to get a piece of scrap paper that's the same as here. Let's see. R872 Tomato. These are my Ohuhu art markers. So this one I'm going to do in red. I'm trying to do in my lumberjack colors. And then I'll do the scarf striped. Not going to be a lot of coloring on these, just a little. And then I'm going to do the handle of the cup. And I'll do both handles of the cup in the same color. And I need a little bit of brown. I didn't think of that. Let's see if this is the right color brown. This is R341 Russet brown to do the twigs of their arms. I see a little bit there that I missed. Now I'm going to try coordinating that red with Coral Haze, and I'm not sure. Yeah. So I'm going to do the top of the hat in the pinks. I'll have these colors listed below if you wanted to do the same colors, though. You might not. And then I'm going to do the cup in the coral. I think that would look pretty. And I think I'm going to do both cups in this Coral Haze. Just to have a little continuity. Okay. All right, and I've got some orange, YR792 Orange for their carrot noses. Okay, and now I'm going to do some blue on this snowman. Let's see, there's that color and this color. All right, this is the lighter color. So for the dark color, which is B383 Vivid Blue. Now on his hat and scarf, I'm going to leave every other one white, and then I'm going to use the lighter color for at the top of the hat. I'm saying his, but it could be a girl. I just think this snowman looks more like a boy. But it could be whatever you want it to be. All right, now I'll try the B287 Lavender Mist. Okay, now for the snowmen themselves and the pom-poms. BG038 Cool Gray. And for the pom-poms, I'm just going to kind of go around the outside of the pom-pom just to give a little shading. And then on the snowman, just follow along the outside. On this side, I'm doing a bigger, a wider shading area, and then just the lighter one over here, because I want to make it look like this snowman is turned to this light. And I'm going to put a little bit down here on the bottom, just under the snowman. And that'll make sense. I'm going to stickle this. Down here it's going to look like snow, but I wanted it to look like it's on snow. And now on this one, I'm going with the wider band of gray on this side and a lighter band over here, a narrower band. And I'm going to do the same for the face, just a littlest bit on the sides, just to make them look, it gives them a 3D look. And then I'm going to add some snow down here underneath. Okay, pretty much done. So I'm going to put this on my front. I'm done with the coloring. Oh, I want to pop this up. I do. I'm going to use some wide foam tape. It has a low loft. It's not very tall. A little tip goes over the edge here. Though this doesn't give you a lot of real estate for making designs, it's actually a cute size little card. And this is designed to fit in the little small envelopes that, you know, you would send a check in or send a letter to someone in. I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue on just to give me a wiggle room so that it doesn't stick down tight when I first put it on, in case it's not straight. So I'm going to stand up. Okay, now I am going to bling it up. I'm going to use Stickles in Frosted Lace. Or do I want to use Unicorn? Let's see. Now, Frosted Lace. It will stay more white, and I'm just putting it underneath where I put the gray. And then I'm going to stickle the little pom-poms. And let's see. I think I'll put a few little clear rhinestones on. Take that. Just some tiny ones. We're going to make little buttons on the snowman. There. I think that's it. Now, when that stickle's dry, it'll be flat and very shiny. But I don't know if you can see the shadowing on the snowman or not. It's probably too close. And then that's the inside of my card. All right, now let me see if I've met all the parameters. Okay, the project needed to be a slimline card. Check. Colors of a lumberjack. I went with reds and blacks and blues and grays that I normally see in plaid shirts. Hats. Each snowman has a little hat and lace or doily. And I have a lacy background. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Get your stuff out and play. It's a good day for that. Thanks for watching.